said today for the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of courtesy and respect. She stands recused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to NJC. I don't want to talk about it. Justice Binta Nyako is using her position for personal gain. For personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. And they told them. What happens? You can see it. They don't want the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out in Nigeria. That's the problem. Who's that person? Corruption charges. They sent her to my case so they can release or smoothen the pathway for the husband and the son. They are facing. It doesn't matter if they off it. In a corrupt society, that's what happens. They are very, very corrupt. There is a breach of judicial oath. They have violated the judicial oath. They have shown bias according to Supreme Court. They are biased against me. Supreme Court said so. And that is why what is happening in the judgments and rulings concerning me has been happening. So, disobedience to Superior Court orders. Supreme Court said you are biased. You are against this man. You should not have revoked his bail. Nigeria went to Kenya and kidnapped him. These things are in the public domain. Why, therefore, are they insisting on trying me? A court order was entered. In that very court order, it was said very clearly and succinctly that she is no more. No. That she is no more going to try me. Why are they insisting? Why are they insisting? I ask. Because they have no case against me. They have no case against me, and they know it. Listen, this is the laws of Nigeria. The prosecution, and this court doesn't know the law. That is the fact.
Yes.
Poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. Poor knowledge of the law, they don't know the law. This is a federal gazetted law of Nigeria that says here that the chief judge of Nigeria cannot tell Binta Nyako what to do. It's here. It's your law. Just obey it. That is why I do what I do. I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra by right to agitate. My right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism. Yes. Good to see you.
What are the media people?
Where's your more professional cameras? Where are they?
They're outside. I've not allowed them come in. I don't know if...
Nnamdi Kanu questions court jurisdiction as Justice Nyako adjoins case indefinitely. I'm sorry, dear friends, about my voice. I'm having sore throat, so under the weather, so I'm sorry about that. But I need to bring this very update. It's about our Nnamdi case court hearing today. We all know that Zultari states do not obey their own law. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. He was kidnapped in Kenya since 2021 by Nigeria terrorist state, tortured for 8 days before he was illegally renditioned back to Nigeria. And the Court of Appeal, he has remained in DSS dungeon, and Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted him of all charges. And Nigeria terrorist state refused to release him. Well, we must continue. So today being 10th of February 2025, Nnamdi Kanu questions court jurisdiction as Justice Nyako adjoins case indefinitely. They have been adjoining the case because there is nothing to prosecute him for. Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. There is absolutely no case. Nnamdi Kanu have no case to answer. Well, before I continue, I would like to welcome all the new and old subscribers. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, please kindly click the red subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell right beside it. It will enable you get notification once I upload a new video. Don't forget to share. Tune in once you get notification. So here is all the updating full details. Pay attention as we continue and share as you are listening. Nnamdi Kanu questions called jurisdiction of his alleged terrorism case when he reappeared before Justice Benita Nyako of the Federal High Court for the resumed hearing of his protracted case. Despite Kanu's insistence that Justice Nyako has no jurisdiction over his case, the judge adjourned the matter indefinitely. Kanu was brought into Nigeria in June 2021 and has since been detained and tried for alleged terrorism. His trial was held after Justice Nyako recused herself from the case following an oral application by the defendant on September 24, 2024. The IPOB leader had directly told the judge that he no longer had confidence in her handling of his trial. Okay. However, the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, John Tozo, reverted the file to Nyako on the ground that Kanu's application must be brought formally before the court through a motion on notice. Consequently, in a letter dated December 5th, 2024, addressed to the Deputy Chief Registrar Adeboyaga Awomolo, the Prosecution Counsel asked the court to fix a date for the commencement of the trial. Opposing the request for a trial date, the defense counsel, Aloye Jumako, in a letter dated December 9, 2024, said the ruling of the judge recusing herself remained valid. Subsequently, Jumako asked that the case be transferred to a federal high court in the southeast if no judge in Abuja is willing to preside over it. His prayer, however, did not see the light of day. As they resumed the hearing on Monday, February 10, 2025, Justice Nyako said the Chief Judge had not accepted her recusal and had referred the case back to her. She asked the defense team led by Ejimako to come up with a written application if they still insist on the recusal. Earlier, the prosecution counsel led by Adeboyaga almost said that they were ready for the commencement of a trial as his witnesses were ready. Poor knowledge of cult affecting Nigeria. Kanu addressing the cult, a furious Kanu questions why he was brought before Justice Nyako. He said all that the judge said was meaningless to him. He said he does not recognize the authority of the court presided by Justice Nyako over him. The IPOB leader said he was only in court because of the respect he has for the rule of law, adding that the judge had previously recused herself from the case. Kanu said he was not happy with the decision of the chief judge who returned the case to justice. Nyako insisting that the prosecution cannot prosecute him. The IPOB leader insisted that Justice Nyako is biased over his case and should not preside over his case. He said poor knowledge of the cult is affecting Nigeria. The prosecution counsel took on took an objection to Kanu's remark and asked for a definite date for hearing since the prosecution has refused to file a written application. Awomolo said it was not right for Kanu to insult the court. He never insulted the court. That is not an insult. It remains what he said is nothing but the truth. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cannot tell you what is not the truth. That is the kind of man he is, and that is why they are scared of him. Nigeria do not obey the court of law, and their poor knowledge of court is really affecting them. Tell me, why exactly are they taking him to court? What crime did Mazen Nnamdi Kanu commit? He has no case to answer. You fixed a date, and when the defendant appeared, you adjourned the case again. I don't really understand. That is zoo for you. That is zoo for you. Some of you think that Nigeria is working. It's working for you people, but Nigeria is not working. Nigeria is not working and can never work. Nigeria, zoo terrorist state, do not obey their own law. They do not obey human rights, and they do not care about the people. All they care about is how to rule the people, not to lead the people. Well, we must continue. Let me finish this update. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not insult the court. That is why they always pick offense. Once you speak the truth, they pick offense. They start running around, running helter-skelter to defend their lies and their backwardness. Nnamdi Kanu insulted the court. How? Can that person explain how Mazen Nnamdi Kanu insulted the court? Is what he said not the truth? Kanu hit them hard with the truth. And once he hits them, they start running up and down. You see them dropping it up and down. Well, despite Kanu's objection, Justice Nyako adjourned his case indefinitely. That is zoo for you. The case was adjourned because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have no case to answer. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said the prosecution and the court don't know the law. That is the fact. Poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. I will put the video at the end of this very update. Poor knowledge of the law is really killing that zoo. It has already killed the zoo. And there is nothing any of you can do to revive that contraption. China television keeps saying the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. How are we proscribed? So your zoo terrorist state refused or failed to proscribe bandits and terrorists terrorizing everywhere in that zoo. The proscribed people carrying their flag, letting the whole world know how ready and serious they are to visit Nigeria. You see how they keep deceiving themselves up and down? We're being proscribed for carrying flags, asking for our freedom, telling the world that we are ready to visit the zoo. That is how we become a terrorist. That is how we become a terrorist in that zoo. The leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, on Monday was before Justice Benita Nyako of the Federal High Court for the resumed hearing of his case. What case exactly? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have no case to answer in Nigeria. He has no case to answer. And the earlier zoo terrorist state realized this, the better for them, and stop fooling around and deceiving themselves up and down. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have no case to answer. He was kidnapped in Kenya since 2021 while traveling with a British passport. He was not only kidnapped, he was tortured and illegally renditioned back to Nigeria. Nigeria broke international law. Those that claim to be working with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu sabotaged him and gave out his location. And up to date, none of them has ever explained to Biafrans how Ahmadike was nowhere to be found for days and they did not raise alarm. I've seen some of you questioning yourselves, running up and down from page to page, citing confusion everywhere, causing confusion everywhere. This thing, we are not doing it for anybody. This is our freedom. And this man is here facing the oppressors without fear. Even when being confined, he is still fighting the oppressors. And you that is free, moving around, you have absolutely nothing to offer. All you have to offer is to insult and abuse and call those fighting for our freedom names, those seriously doing something. That is how you people wrote petition to Finland of authorities, not the Yorubas, but Ndibo. And now PM is being questioned. Is being investigated. For what exactly? For fighting for our freedom. Some of you deserve these men, these heroes fighting for our freedom. Seriously. Some of you do not deserve them. But Chukwu Kikabema sent them, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and PM Mazen Simon Ekpa, to rescue those. He looked at the hearts of genuine Biafrans, few genuine Biafrans that really want freedom and that knows what freedom is all about. That is why he sent them. Look at Mazen Nnamdi Kanu being in DSS dungeon with all the head challenges. He's still fighting the oppressors, making them know that he is fully aware of what he's fighting for, and that is his people's freedom. Because Nigeria is not working. A country that do not obey their own law. A country that sponsors terrorism against our own citizens or against the masses. Is that a country? The answer is no. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is facing them without fear. And you, as a free Biafran or a free human being, you are busy ranting up and down. Our people are being killed. What do you people have to say about that? They are rebelling. Nnamdi Kanu today, last the zoo, he battered the zoo in court today. He blasted them in court today, letting them know that poor knowledge of the law is killing that zoo, and without fear, he's still facing the oppressors and will continue to face them. They are even tired. They are regretting kidnapping him in Kenya. But out of shame, they are still proving stubborn. They are still proving stubborn. His only crime is fighting for his people's freedom. All the terrorism cases, they have nothing to charge him with. That is why they are running around, joining the case up and down. Without stop what Chukwu Kikabema have signed, the answer is no. The more they try, the more they fail. So that is it, dear friends. I will stop here and watch to the end so that you see the video of Ahmadi K in court today. The enemies are the ones panicking. The man they kidnapped and held against his will is still facing them without fear. So that is it, dear friends. I will stop here. Chukwu Kikabema will continue to guide and protect our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, strengthen him more and more. And he will surely come out, because he said it himself. Chukwu Kikabema told him that it's going to be very difficult. But at the end, Biafra will come. Thank you all.